What's up, people? So, I was sitting here helping my daughter with her homework, right? And we was reading about apple orchards. We had been learning about apple orchards for the last 2 days. And we were sitting here reading a passage about it's about apples. It was just telling me the growth telling us the growth process of an apple tree, how they grow, just the whole process, right? And this is the part that got me, yo. It says limbs droop heavy with ripe fruit. Some apples thud to the ground, then rot and become food for the growing tree. It reminded me of a lot of things because especially with what's happening in my life right now. But it reminded me of so much. You can take so many scriptures and tie this into this little scenario here. Some apples thud to the ground, then rot and become food for the growing tree. I don't know, you could easily write off those rotting apples and say, the apples are of no use because they were rotten and they fell to the ground. But it said that they became food for the growing tree. Who would sit and think that something that was rotten and it fell, that it would not benefit that tree? But it does. And I was just like blown away by that because I literally look for God in everything that I do daily. I don't care what it is, to just open someone's eyes to something because that gave me a slither of, it's like a boost in hope. Let me read it again. Some apples thud to the ground, yo. Then they rot and become food for the growing tree. It didn't say the rotting thing. Whatever could be rotting in your life, whatever could be bad and has fallen, whatever is rotten in your life could, very much be something that is going to help you thrive. We think that the bad things that happen in our life are always they're so detrimental because we're looking at the outside of things. Like we don't see God's hand on certain things, but just thinking about this is just like seeing it from a different perspective. So I'm just like, that was sweet to me. And it made me think about it was in Romans 28. It says, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good. That's something that we think is so bad in our lives, that's happening. We see it as, oh my God, my life is just being torn apart, or, everything is just like falling, everything's crashing, burning. But just like those apples falling from the tree, it was going to produce something else. It's like recycling because that's what happens. God takes everything that you thought was bad, that was going to tear you apart, that was going to break you. He uses those tools to take you and say, you know what, this is going to be something that is going to give and bring forth nutrients and help you in your growth. Y'all, that was too nice for me not to share. And that's all I got to say, y'all. Limbs droop heavy with ripe fruit. Some apples thud to the ground, then rot and become food for the growing tree. So for whoever sees this and they think that their life is just like in total chaos, you have to think of it that way. You have to. And I'm just like, I'm going to walk away today thinking of it that way. So y'all be blessed and have a beautiful day. Bye.